Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Age Technology. Screens are up in the morning, making some changes outside. So I removed the 250 inches off the wall. I may put one up right now, just hang it down a little bit off the gate. Maybe do a demonstration of that, because that'll be easier to do. But I removed them because I'm going to be replacing them soon with some micro mesh for the back, so we can have the screens can be a little bit more sturdier. So right now, this is the gamer paint we're using right now. We haven't launched it yet, but it's going to be available soon on our website. We got it downstairs in the max out zone. See how much light we have down here? I deliberately took the screen, put it up a little bit higher. That way, it can actually hit the lights a little better. So if you notice, it's higher up, so it can make contact with that high-powered fluorescent work light. And this is my meter readings right now. If I don't block my meter, right here, as you can see, we are maxed out downstairs. And like I said, took the screen, put it a little higher up, so that way it would have more contact with that light. So over here in this section right here, we're going to be putting in a motorized projection screen. I'll be doing the backup a little bit better, but for right now, this is how it's got to be. So right now I'm taking all my lumber out there, making a little room so we can paint our motorized projection screen to the wall. So we're going to do a paint and dry directly to the wall without waiting 7 days. So then we're going to be showing off this amazing technology right here. So we're going to be painting 3 screens today. We're painting over that Digital 1 Crystal screen paint because it's on the website. It's good to go. We're going to paint 2 screens today, showing you how fast and easy it is to apply our application without using 4 applications and crazy instructions and all that nonsense. So let's show you what's going on outside. All right, so this is what we're doing outside today. So these are the 2 screens we tested. Pretty much, this is the Phoenix technology is designed to take a ton of punishment. So you can see no cracking or peeling. We just got some rip areas where the wind came in, hit the back of the screen and tore the fabric a little bit. But what we're going to do is this time, like I said, anytime you're dealing with a screen this size, you're going to have to deal with the fact that it's going to turn into a giant sail. So wind that pushes down the driveway, it's going to hit the back of the screen in the front, and it's going to cause some wear and tear. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using micro mesh. Micro mesh is going to be a lot more sturdier. Wind's going to be able to pass right through it. It's going to leave less wear and tear and less disruption to the surface. So that's what we're doing next. So instead of doing 250 inches of micro mesh, which is going to be a much more easier screen to hang. These right here, when you do these screens, doing a 250 inch of one of these, it's a little bit rough. So keep in mind you have to put 2 applications of paint on it. First one, second one, and then you have to apply our coating onto it in order to basically to get it to function correctly. If you don't put the application, you have uneven spots. You're going to have areas right here going to be lighter, areas going to be darker, because the screen being fabric, some's going to absorb more, some's going to absorb less. So this right here would be a much more harder job to do at 250 inches. Micro mesh, on the other hand, using the new technology we developed about a couple of days ago, would be much more easier and sufficient, which means all we would have to do is connect it from here to here, blast on a coat, which would probably take about a good maybe 30 minutes, and then it'll dry in no time at all. Easy McCheesy, done. So that's what we're going to do. And then we can have constant airflow coming through. And then on top of that, it doesn't block off part of my yard, which I can't see when I walk out the door because there's a giant screen sitting there in the way. I can actually see right through the screen, which that's what we want. Now, keep in mind, when you do micro mesh, they have certain types. They have regular mesh, which we have up there. That's regular mesh. And then we have micro mesh on that side right there. I got to get the 2 samples and show them how they're done. So as you can see, this one is less transparent. This one's more. This one, the holes are actually much more finer. This one, the holes are actually much more larger. Both of them will work perfectly with no problem. As a matter of fact, we have this one on the house for test, and we have that one over there for test in the house also too. But if you want to make sure you have less light pushing through, you want to go with probably something that blocks UV light. 95 is actually pretty good. I have one of those for the awning up top. And if you want to make sure you want to double that up, you can basically take some zip ties and double up the material and then basically bolt it in, and you're good to go. We're not really bolted in. All right, so probably, it's a nice day today, so I do want to get outside today. I've been stuck in the house the last couple of days, driving myself nuts. If we do go out, we might be on 135. if we go out. Depends on the weather, because right now it's good. The weather could change any given time, and I don't do well in sort of cold weather. Or we can maybe do a drape over that, put some clamps in it, probably over there in the driveway, do a demonstration. So, yep, that's it. All right, let's get back in the house. We're going to be discussing the gamer paint, the new technology we're going to be working on the next couple of days, and that 38, that new wallpaper projection screen we're going to be working on also too. So, as you can see, the gamer looks absolutely incredible.
For adults with moderate to severe Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, Stellar can help you take control.
Football highlights.
Getting that from YouTube.
As I said before, all our screen paints have amazing ambient light rejection technology. Not that fake ambient light rejection demonstration. You see people have very little light pouring through windows. Windows are blocked with all sorts of objects to keep light from pushing in. As you can see, we have fully lit environment, 106-inch screen, and plenty of light. My projector sits about 12 feet from my screen. So let's get some football highlights in here.
What if I was an overly enthusiastic personal trainer? Could I still get the Patrick price?
Yep. State Farm has rates that fit any budget.
Sweet.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
He's a different player than he was in the first half of the year.
Started out with a run, coming to the near side. It's Gibson, big hole, first down and more, and a good start for Antonio Gibson, who comes off a career week in the win over Seattle because of a head injury. That is a big loss. He's a terrific receiver out of the backfield, so Gibson on the fake.
LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Something that gray screens can't do, because they can't see contrast. And that's one of the things I noticed, that when I watch these demonstrations with these screens that claim to do ambient light rejection, is that they will stay away from the contrast levels. They will stick mainly in bright colors, because that's the only way the screen can produce. They can't do demonstrations like this. You want to make sure, if you're going to be paying for a screen paint, that you can use everything in that environment, including contrast. Now, as that's playing, let me get ready. I got to set up over here. This wall I got to put in 2 pieces of wood so I can hang my screen up. So until then, put on my relaxing fish. Panasonic 4K demonstrations. I want to show something off real quick.
Getting that from YouTube.
I don't know what they keep giving this for. Panasonic 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Mind you, this screen's not black, but it has contrast shifting technology to give the ability to pull black levels, but it's not black. This is the gamer. That over there is a black acoustic. Tropical fish, relaxing.
Getting that from
I'm
YouTube.
gonna put my videos back on so I can get back to work over here. All right, because I gotta come over here and I gotta basically install this over here to get ready for that motorized projection screen display.
person who has everything? How about the tools to fix anything? And more tools to make more things. Get the gift of tools today at Harbor Freight. Quality tools, lowest prices. Hurry in for the best deals of the year.
these screws up here. Remember where the previous screws are. In there, we put this wall. It's in nowhere. A little bit higher up.
Lucked out of Long Island into the opening around.
All right, so we're punching some holes in the wall over there.
Be a goddamn brain surgeon to speak Japanese. It's not that hard. Just study. Because the screen comes out from here and goes a little farther over, this is what I got to do to get it to fit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this extra wide piece, we're going to overlap it. It fits just perfectly for the thickness of the wood, so I don't have it on a slant. And that'll give me a little bit pushover that will allow me to connect the screen from here to here. Then I'll put another piece to even it up for there. That's basically about it. Because last time I built a separate bridge in there, and that thing was a pain in the neck to put in. So it wasn't a pain in the neck, but I always express everything as a pain in the neck. It wasn't a pain in the neck, but just don't want to go through all that again. So let me get my screen and measure it out. Put on the floor, clean some of this dust off my floor. First things first. Here we go. Where's the room at? All right, so let me see. Probably from. So I do is I lay my projection screen down, and that'll give me an idea how far I got to bring the wood over to connect it from there to there. So let me see where we have to be at for this. Hopefully we got a screw in our pocket. Usually have a couple of screws in there. See something to hold it for the time being. Should do it. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. All right. So we got it pretty even right across. That's going to give me an extension. Make it a lot easier on me. All right, that looks good. Drop a couple screws in there, we're done. Now we've got that one piece we're going to even up over there. So I'm just going to hopefully this fits. So it fits, we're going to have to do any cuts. I'm going to have to do some cuts. All right, no biggie. Do some cuts real quick. Rubber saw. Do a few cuts real quick. So we need to get, what we got here is like we put a bridge in, right? So the bridge, right here, see where the projector's hitting? We're gonna have our hooks here. I'll probably find my little, I don't have to put, no reinforcement right there. And then right here, see how it overlaps? This one I had to bolt to the wall right here to give it the bridge to begin with. This is up here pretty sturdy. Then we're gonna put another piece here to even up with that one. So that's what we're doing. This is too long, so I'm gonna have to cut some of that off. All right, you're gonna hear the drill go off in the background. And check out the pretty fish at the same time. All right, that's done. 4,000. All right, catch any painters cracking this demonstration, do apologize at a time. But like I said, up in the morning, getting it done. God is amazing. As always, we thank our Lord and Savior for blessing us with the knowledge to be able to do this stuff. Let me see. Where's my drill at? All right, gonna put our other piece here. Fit this perfectly. Later on, we can paint this up, make it look pretty if we want, but just for work. Alright, that's done. Now, this is what I was telling you about.